Haven't done that in a while. Anyway, I haven't made a video in a while, so I'm gonna keep my channel active. I'll do another fragrance impression review kind of thing. I'm actually still into fragrances. I know I don't really do a lot of videos anymore. I just am so busy with doctor stuff and just other life things to do, really. So I still enjoy fragrances though, and I'm always smelling tons and tons of different things. Anyway, I'll do a couple that I haven't done before. I'll do, because I know you can recently, I think Lucky Scent, you could get them for a while. So I'll do a kind of review impression of by Kilian's Vodka on the Rocks and Single Malt. I know I did, they're one of those city exclusives. I know they had some other ones, I think they had Royal Leather and Apple Brandy. I think I did a review of Apple Brandy before. Anyway, the first one I'm going to do, I'll do a Single Malt, I guess. I'm not going to get into notes. Who cares? The notes on this can be a little bit misleading. Like some other reviews I've seen, some people said that it got kind of a little bit of a tobacco kind of smell. And I agree there is a little bit of a tobacco smell on this. Some people have said, though, that they think it kind of smells like apple brandy. And I don't think single malt smells anything like apple brandy. Single malt is a very dry, woody fragrance, and apple brandy actually has kind of like a sparkly zestiness to it. It kind of has like an apple cider kind of smell. It's much more gourmand as well. It even maybe a little bit of an apple pie or a buttery caramel apple kind of smell to it, right? But single malt I don't think is very gourmand at all. Single malt is very dry, woody, a lot of cedar. Um, like I said, the notes are a little bit misleading because there is a little bit of a tobacco smell in it. And there was no oak listed in the notes if you look, but there is a bit of an oak smell too. But yeah, it's a little bit boozy, I guess. It's kind of sweet, a little bit boozy, a little bit sweet, a little bit woody. Like I said, no tobacco listed, but there's a little bit of a tobacco smell. I would kind of describe it as something like if you want like a visual, if you want to visualize it. Imagine if you had a chainsaw for some reason and you were chainsawing through a oak tree or an oak barrel, whatever it is, right? And when the tree bleeds sap or whatever, the sap is kind of like bleeding out this kind of plumish, vanilla, boozy sort of sap, basically. And it's kind of tasty smelling, right? But no matter what you do, since you were sawing this, you just got done sawing this oak barrel or oak tree, whatever it was, there's just tons of sawdust and let's say cedar chips all in the air and it's just flying all over the place. So no matter when you smell that kind of sweetness and get that all those other kind of aspects of the fragrance, your nose is always going to get some sawdust in your nose. So some cedar sawdust or some oak sawdust, no matter what. So I know because some people have said that they think this is super sweet. I don't think this is super sweet at all. I know I would compare, not that this smells like, but I know when you think, if you were to think of the idea of being boozy and woody, right? Some people like that Serge Lutan's Chene, whatever it is, Chenea. I don't think that's very boozy or very sweet, but it's very fucking woody, right? That's fucking pencil shavings basically. So if for some reason that was too sweet for you, which I don't see how it could be. I don't think there'd be any way you would like single malt. But yeah, single malt is it's very woody, it's very dry. It has just enough sweetness that it doesn't smell like pencil shavings or anything like that, but it is admittedly very dry. No oak is listed, but again, there is an oak smell for sure. And again, as I said, there's no tobacco listed, but maybe during the beginning there's a bit of a tobacco smell. Probably sounds like kind of a bad review, talking about how dry it is or whatever, but and all the sawdust in your nose, but it's not unenjoyable. It's pretty nice actually. Very expensive, like I'll buy Kilian things, so yeah, be careful, I guess. Performance and everything like that was fine, not beast mode, but it was decent. That's for the oh, I should say to compare it to something like let's say another fragrance from by Kilian that is also boozy and cedar. Straight to Heaven doesn't smell anything like Straight to Heaven. Straight to Heaven has a very strong alcoholic smell, right? This does not. Like Straight to Heaven can be a little it is a deceptively good compliment getter, but it can be kind of, out there when you first smell it. I know I was pretty surprised, but this doesn't smell like you've been drinking or anything like straight to heaven. So you shouldn't have to be worried about that if you thought that was a problem. Vodka on the rocks is Vodka on the rocks is kind of like if you like that gin and tonic kind of vibe, say something like Luministe, say the newer YSL's L'Homme Ultime, whatever you're gonna call it. Gin and tonic kind of vibe. If you like those kind of fragrances, if that vibe is for you, I think this is good. It's because it's got that kind of vibe. It's very kind of fresh, clean, invigorating, bracing, whatever you want to call it. A lot of oak moss too. If you like the smell of oak moss, this is good for that as well. So gin and tonic, oak moss kind of thing. It's probably kind of boring because of that. That maybe you might say it's not like out there smelling, but the difference would just be that if this is just that kind of mix of that kind of vibe or smell you're looking for, then this would be good. It's yeah, I don't have anything too crazy to say about it. Like I said, if you like stuff like Luministe, um, the new Ultimate, that gin and tonic thing, I think this is good. And it's very expensive for what it is. It's kind of again, it's just kind of like if this is just the right mix of those ingredients that you like, I think you would like this, but it's very expensive, so it also kind of just probably goes with the vibe of people that, if you're rich, if you have a high disposable income, do you know what I mean? And yeah, I guess it works for you there. And, well, I feel like a lot of fragrances too, a lot of stuff, at least that I like from by Kilian, are probably more dark, right? You know what I mean? Not that I'm super horny about seasons, but this is obviously very fresh and very, very wearable during the summer, unlike maybe some other things that are a little bit more iffy to wear during hot weather. But yeah, I don't have anything too deep to say about it. It's probably kind of generic to some. It smells nice, it smells clean. I would wear it. It's a lot of money, so hard for me to justify the disposable income, but I'm trying to think of anything too deep to say about it. Yeah, I think that would be the reason to try it out. If you like stuff like Luministe, etc., that would be why to check it out. Or if you're a Pokemon collector, you gotta smell them all, gotta have the most richest. Like I said, I think Biochemist's prices are ridiculous, but thankfully they do have refill bottles. Anyway, would I buy them? I don't know. They're a lot of money, right? I don't think I would buy them for full retail. If I was rich, would I buy them? For vodka on the rocks, I guess if I didn't have Luministe or something like that, I might, you know what I mean? For single malt, like I said, I like single malt, and single malt is, like I said, it borders that line. It's almost too pencil shaving for me, but it has just enough sweetness that, maybe I'd get like a decant or something like that, because I do like the smell, but again, that kind of boozy, sweet plum vanilla kind of thing. With just like a slight of not listed kind of tobacco smell. It's nice. It's just that you got to remember that there is a bit of like sawdust that's going to get in your nose. So whatever, but it's nice. It's comforting. Dries down nicely. Anyway, keeping my channel active, dude. I have so many fucking hundreds and hundreds of fragrances I could do reviews on, but I just don't have the will really to do it. I have gotten compliments on both. I guess people care about compliments. Yeah, they both done compliment. I don't know why you would hate vodka on the rocks. Of course, there's nothing offensive about it. There shouldn't be anything offensive to anyone else. I said I have hundreds and hundreds. Who knows? I have probably 40 or 50 things just right here that I probably could do just from the past few months or something. But it's just I'm busy with doctor stuff a lot and so many other things going on in life. But yeah, who knows? Maybe I'll do some. I'll try to force myself to do some more reviews or something. Wow, you could hear the fucking enthusiasm, couldn't you? Keeping my channel active, guys. What do you want me to say? Anyway, thanks for watching. Like I said, you can check out the notes on other sites if you want to. The end.